I can't remember her name, but I just got a message last night. It's quite random, but I got this message. The fuck's my hat? And yeah, it's quite random, but I got this message, and last night was just after I contacted. I'd been dealing with that thing with the tablet, and all of a sudden I got a message saying, "Oh, we're looking for a job for you." I was like, "Yeah, brilliant." So anyway, they contacted me again today. Caroline, her name was, and then this other woman, Erica, from Hayes Recruitment. She sent me this thing. She said, "Log into this, do this, do that." I was like, "Okay." So I went ahead, and then as soon as I logged in, it said, "Account not registered." And I was like, "Okay." So registered it. It said, "Phone number already in use." So that's it then. I've got no other phone number. I can't move forward in the process. So she says to me, "Send me a picture of it." I said, "Look, jog on, demon, right? I prayed for help. I expected angels, and I got some fucking stupid demon cunt trying to fucking just waste my time, right? Thinking I'm stupid enough to go on a hub, sign up for it, get paid to do ads, right? Hayes Recruitment, you're an employment agency. Since when did remote internet working become a job, right? Get your head out your ass and find people work, okay? Stop relying on the next biggest fad, which is internet fucking ad commission-based work, right? Press this, click that. I've got a mate, he's like, "Press this 1,000 times, you're gonna get paid." He's got no idea that he's just wasting his time because he's done so many of these fucking scams and things where he thinks he's going to get paid instantly. And that's what this was from Hayes Recruitment. They thought, what was it? Do this for 3 hours, or do this for half an hour on the first week and you'll get an extra £250. Do this for 5 days and you'll get an extra £2,000. Dangling carrots in front of my head, right? And I'm like, I ain't stupid enough to fall for this. So I tried it a couple of times and it wouldn't register. So I just said to her, "Look, fuck off." She went, "That's a bit harsh." And then that was it then. As soon as I told her that she was a fucking demon wasting my time, she started going on about I should forgiveness for people because I don't know the true story about what's going on with. You're lying to me. You're trying to cheat me out of my wages. You're trying to cheat me out of my hard-earned cash, right? Whatever it is, you're trying to cheat me. Stop trying to fucking cheat me. Right? Because I'm not fucking falling for it. I'm going to tell you, I had a woman there. She didn't call me for 2 days. She tried to get me to hold on. I waited in for her. What's her fucking name? Tracy. Right? I waited in for her. And then she says to me, "I've been ill for 2 days." And I said, "But I'm taking it off Marketplace if I haven't heard from you." And she goes, "Oh, that's a bit harsh. You know, I don't like your attitude." I don't care. I'm selling shit. I'm not interested in matchmaking. I'm not trying to fuck you. I'm trying to sell stuff so I can eat. Right? Stop fucking with my head. Stop sending me fucking messages on Facebook. And stop fucking trying to buy my shit for cheap. So, I get this every day. Right, Facebook. I've taken it off. I've taken Facebook can fuck off. I've taken it off Facebook. Anybody in Swindon who I know can fuck off. Right? Because nobody, not one of you fucking people helped me in a time of crisis. Right? I don't know, 100 people I know on Facebook or something, maybe more. I don't fucking know. I don't care. But not one of them. Not one of them has contacted me apart from an adulterous woman, right? And that's because she was trying it on with a friend of mine, right? Behind her husband's back, yeah? There's not one person in fucking 20 years that's contacted me on Facebook. So don't start now. Don't start trying to think that I'm going to just suddenly become your friend again. Right? You turned your back on Rab long time ago. Right? So I turn my back on you, right, from now on. All you people, my parents, the bastard people that fucking birthed me, right? I don't have anything to do with these people anymore. They don't answer the phone to me, right? In time of crisis. Yeah, all they think is you just want money. They don't realise that money is it's a necessity. right? And because I've got no money, right, they play on that fact that I have to beg, okay, that I have to ask for a tenner, for a fiver, for 20 quid, 30 quid, 100 quid, whatever, right? I have to beg for it. I can't get a loan, right? The loans, right? This is fucking brilliant. You apply for a loan, and then they send you to a broker, and then the broker will say, yes, you passed the process, and you go, yeah, I've got the loan, and then it goes, now let's go through the loan process, and you go, but it's just said I've gone through the loan process to get to this point to say I got the loan. No, you've been processed. You're waiting for the loan to be processed. Oh, right, okay. And then it goes through it, and it goes 5 minutes, and we'll be redirected. And then it comes up and it goes, there's a problem. There's a problem. So let's go to a different website, Fast Loans, right? Who charge £700, 700 point APR, whatever it is. 700 APR, right? These are the people that poor people like me have to go to borrow money because even though they've got an income, they've just got a bad reputation with paying it back. But that's what direct debits are for. That's why you set up standing orders, because you know you are bad with money, but you want to pay the debt. You don't want to welsh on it. So you put the money aside every month and you pay the direct debit or whatever. But because of people that have had some issues, I've had bad credit because of Vodafone doing so many fucking soft searches on me. But when you complain about it, you get nowhere. There's no organisation to help people like me that have got nothing but financial problems. They've got nothing but if I could get £2,000, I could buy a car. I'd be polishing it. I'd be working on it. I'd be earning money. I'd be doing all sorts of stuff right now. But I just can't get that £2,000, right? So I say, can I borrow a tenner from somebody? Right, and that's a problem. Yesterday, I took a tenner off somebody because I thought I was getting paid, and then I didn't get paid, and now I still owe that fucking tenner. So it's bullshit. Right, it's bullshit. This life on universal credit because there's people out there. There's people out there that get PIP. Right now, I've been to hospital. I've been medicated. I've been fucking locked up. I've been tied down. I've been injected. I've had all the medical stuff that you get for PIP, right? For what you should do for PIP. But they'd rather give it to somebody for, I don't know, something less severe than what I've been through, right? And trust me, I've never had PIP. I've been to hospital 3 times. They say I'm entitled to PIP, but the government don't correlate the information from the doctors to see that actually, yes, he is in need of PIP. So I've had to struggle like lack of £400 a month for 3 years. 3 years, 24 months, 18, 24. Yeah, it's probably about 3 years. And it's hard. It's hard. It's got nothing to do with smoking weed or whatever. I choose to smoke because I don't eat, right? But sometimes I have to eat because I can't smoke, right? So I need food as well as I do need tobacco. Or same as if you're alcoholic, you have to have beer. It's no different. It's no different. I'm a smoker. I need tobacco. I need Rizzler, and I need some weed, right? But because of my situation of what's happened to me with the money, with my bank and everything, the banks are closed on bank holiday. I've been trying for 5 days to get this money back. I'm destitute. I'm literally destitute on the phone to the bank saying I need money because you've taken my bank card and you've overdrawn it, which you shouldn't have done because there's no overdraft on it, right? So I'm now waiting for them to sort that money out. So I've got enough to buy some food, buy tobacco, which is what I really want. A can of Coke. Might not seem like a lot to you, but a can of Coke to me is a fucking luxury, right? It's a luxury that I have once every couple of weeks. A can of Coke. That's how poor I am. Right? It's not because I'm poor. It's just that I know that I'd rather spend £1.70 on a can of Coke on a can of beer. Right? So fuck you, Coca-Cola, right? For raising the prices in my local shop to £1.50 or something stupid like that for a can of Coke. I think it's even more, £1.80. And I can get a beer for £1.70 in town. Right? I can. So why would I buy your Coca-Cola? Why would I do that? Why would anybody buy your Coca-Cola? Why would a teenager buy your Coca-Cola when they could buy fucking beer for cheaper? Right? They just need a fake license. Right? Fake ID. You know, we're not living in a genius fucking I'm just looking at this message from this woman. This woman, well, I've just said, sent a message to, saying, see, I can tell that your reaction is just because you're on commission. You're not actually willing to help me get a job. Right? She just wanted me to mess around. She wanted me to sit on a computer for 20 minutes a day. It's only 20 minutes a day. You get £200, right? This face is not stupid enough to fall for that, right? I listened to it, and I listened to it, and I listened to it, and I thought, all you're doing is going down the rabbit hole, right? You're just going down the rabbit hole of cold calling, business to business sales, right? Losers jobs, right? Losers jobs that I would not want to do, right? And being paid for them would just be comical because they're bullshit jobs, right? Look at yourself in the mirror, look at your CV, look at what it says on there and what your job title is. Me, I'm like, what do they class me as? A YouTube influencer, right? That's what they class me as, right? An influencer, whatever that means, right? So you look at your job, right? You look at what you do every day, 9 to 5, and you ask yourself, did I sell my soul or did I get conned? Right? Because the chances are you're living in a box, you got a mortgage, you got a husband, you got kids, you got 2 cars, you got fucking 2 dogs, and you can't afford any of it. Right? But you're living the life of Riley because you've got a good job and you think that job's going to last forever. Right? But unfortunately, when the music stops, there's only going to be so many people with chairs, right? And it's people like influencers that can do their job anywhere in the world that will win, right? Because when they shut down the transport system, you won't be able to get around. You won't be able to get to work, right? What do they do now? They I'm looking at jobs and they're saying you've got to start at 7 a.m. That's okay if you got a car, right? But 90% of the fucking people in this town don't have cars. So as poor people, we can't get a job because we can't get there, right? It's unfair. It's unfair, but it's true. It's true. You don't like the truth, that's fair enough. But you can't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. I've been playing this game for years. Agencies, trying to working, dealing, fucking selling, this, anything I can do to keep afloat, keep a fucking roof over my head, keep money in my pocket, smoke in my mouth, whatever, right? Coffee, right? Christ, I can't live without coffee. So anything like that has been going on for years. I've been doing this for years. It just so happens now that I'm filming it. But what you're seeing is the reaction to people's jealousy, right? They're jealous that I'm not working and having fun. But it's not fun. I'm literally sat in a box. I'm sat in this house, in this flat. I've got no TV. At the moment, I've got no music on. I've sat in here for 5 hours hoping that the police would turn up or phone me about my parents and my ex-parents. And I was hoping somebody might offer me the chance to get some money by buying something or whatever. But I'm just being messed about by everybody. So I'm just doing what I think is right and going, fuck you, I'm not wasting my time, I'm not sitting in waiting for 30 quid. It's 30 quid, I spend that shit in my sleep. I don't need to worry about selling the furniture. What I need to do is worry about getting out of here. Right? I'll leave the furniture behind, but I need to get out of this fucking flat, right? Because it's scum, right? I've got respiratory problems. The neighbours are non-existent in my life. I have no idea who they are. I've lived here 3 years. Even though I walk past them, they don't say hello to me. They don't say hello to me. Not even a nod, an acknowledgement, nothing. But what they do like to do, like this twat next door, they like to come and complain to me. Well, if they knew what I was like, they wouldn't complain to me. Right? Because I don't like being complained at if I haven't done anything wrong. But as it goes, when it comes to, recruitment agencies, looking for work, I've been doing this for 30 years in this town, and nothing's changed. I changed. I went 10 years without drinking, drugs, anything, womanizing. I went celibate, everything for more than 10 years. And I changed. And all that happened was a member of public took it upon himself to not like me because he didn't know me. He saw me as a very shy, reserved person because I wasn't very argumentative and I was scared of anybody, right? So he took away my freedom, my home. I lost my garage, I lost my car, I lost everything because of this bloke. So I then went a year ill after coming out of hospital. Tried cocaine, didn't work. Got back on the weed, kind of worked. Stopped drinking, about a year and a half later, I was praying and things changed. So I'm aware of my situation. I knew what I'd have to go through to get better. But I didn't think I'd lose all my friends, all my family, my neighbours, fucking even Good Samaritans having a go at me. Right? Good Samaritans having a go at me when I've done nothing wrong. Right? So, well, you've got to look at it like there's got to be some truth in what I'm saying. There's got to be some truth in what I'm saying. That woman didn't want to recruit me. She wanted me to go through the hassle of trying to log in so she gets commission. She's not interested in me having a job. Right? All she cares about is going home and feeding that little girl in the picture. But, you know, you don't know how many people I know with kids that can't afford to feed them. You don't know how many people are struggling with universal credit or part-time work or, a full-time career. It doesn't matter. It's such a struggle at the moment with anything that I can't even face starting work for somebody like that because I haven't got the right attitude. I haven't got the right attitude to be bossed around. Right? You can't boss me around. So no employer is going to want me to be employed because he will feel that he can't control me. And that's the truth. They can't control me because I'm just not in the frame of mind of being, like she said, be more forgiving. What? Because you're wasting my time. You think I'm stupid enough to think that I'm just going to get a phone call out the blue out of Hayes Recruitment out the blue for 13 years or something since the last time I dealt with them, and then all of a sudden they've got my new number, my new address, my new postcode, my new email address. What? And I'm supposed to just believe that that's a coincidence? Yeah, it was a coincidence. I prayed for it, right? But it's another waste of time, right? I don't want to be sat behind a computer typing away doing someone else's work. I want to be doing my own work, right? I've got better things to be doing than clicking on ads for $2,000 or whatever bullshit bonus she said. You know, I've got better things to be doing. I'd rather not earn money and sit on my ass doing what I'm doing than do that for somebody else and have to go through bullshit equipment, trying to log in, you must call customer service. Fuck off, man. I ain't spending my time talking to customer service about a login that should have worked. Yeah, she ruined me, that girl. Ruined me today. Absolutely ruined me. I thought she was going to give me work, and then she just turned out to be another fucking demon. Erica, whatever her name is. Hayes Recruitment. Just another fucking waste of time. Right? Your job is to waste hours per day and get paid for it. Right? Because you don't do anything per day to achieve your money. You get paid for your job, and I can guarantee that you don't work 24 hours a day. You don't work 8 hours a day. You're probably talking on the phone. You're probably talking to your friends. You're probably having a social environment at work. That's not work. So when it comes to it, don't think that you're better than people like me. Just because I've got a voice, just because I say fuck you a lot, doesn't mean to say that I'm written off from society, okay? Because I have got a lot going on behind the scenes, which I'm trying to deal with, right? And now it's even more evident that no matter what I do in this town, none of these people in this town will fucking help me. None of them will help me. They all want me to go to jail, get arrested, go to hospital, whatever, start fighting, start fucking killing people. I don't know what they want me to do, right? But they're getting close to it. Right? They're getting close to it. I'm getting to the point where I'm going to break, and I'm going to break on somebody, right? And the first person who I'm going to go for is the person who owes me some money, right? And then I'll think about the other person that owes me some money, right? But I'm giving him a bit more benefit of doubt because he's been decent with me, right? So he doesn't deserve to just have the wrath of Rab on top of him, does he? He doesn't deserve that sort of shit because he has actually done me good. But the other one, he's done me nothing but wrong. And I've sent him threatening messages. I'm not afraid of what I'm sending him. I'm afraid that I believed in that person. Somebody asked me to give him a chance. I gave him a chance. I became friendly with him. We became friends over years, and then didn't see each other, and then met up again, and then became friends again. But it was me that gave him the chance to be a friend, right? And unfortunately, time and time again, constantly, this bloke has just shown that he's untrustworthy. He can't be trusted. He's no good with money. Right? He's no good with money. He's the sort of person that will say to you, "Oh, I owe you some money, but you didn't answer the phone, so I went and spent it on more drugs." Right? You know, that's the kind of attitude that this person's got. So, of course, now he owes me money. I'm on the phone every 5 minutes saying you owe me money because I'm not letting him turn around and saying you didn't answer the phone, so I spent it because I'll come and take your fucking wing mirrors off. Right? And I don't give a fuck if I go to jail. I don't. I really don't. I'm better off in jail or hospital than the situation I'm in right now. So if anything happens, I didn't want to go to jail yesterday because of what I was wearing. I didn't really want to fucking go to jail with those clothes on. Then I end up burning them with a cigarette burn. Not setting light to them, but burning them, a cigarette burn. So they're ruined. So I could have just got arrested and ruined the clothes because they got ruined anyway. Now I've got the whole thing of hanging over my head that I've got to go and deal with this. And I can't get there because I've got no car. I can't get there at certain times of day because I've got no bus pass. It's just, you know, it's just bullshit. This is what society has driven me to. And I've only been out of hospital 3 months, 4 months, maybe 5 months. you know, I'm getting no help. I'm getting no help from the government. They will not. They give me my universal credit, but for my illness, they give me nothing. So I say, what illness? I don't have an illness. If I had an illness, I'd be being paid by the government for my illness. So what illness? They will not pay me for it, so therefore it doesn't exist. Right? And that's the truth of it. I'm supposed to go and get some medication tomorrow. I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. Why should I adhere to what? They're not doing anything for me. They're not doing anything for me. All they're going to do is say, you didn't take your medication, go back to hospital. I say, no, I didn't not take it. It just that, what's the point in taking it anymore? It's not that I need. It's a prescription for cannabis that I need. But you can't get a prescription for cannabis for mental health, antipsychotics. Right? You can't take those and then go on a cannabis subscription. Don't ask me why, because it's not doing me any harm. So I want to get my my cannabis addiction sorted out. The only way to do that is through doctors, but there are only certain surgeries or certain whatever clinics that you can do it in. You may have to travel somewhere to London or somewhere to do it. You know, it should be more readily available to people that smoke cannabis. Right? If you had legal cannabis, the amount of people that buy illegal stuff would reduce. Right? And then you wouldn't have such a pandemic problem of drug users in the town centre, right? Cannabis isn't a drug anyway; it's a medicine more than anything. But it's those people that bring it a bad name, right? Because they're buying it and whatever off dealers, whatever, right? But they could be getting it through the post legally if the system was set up so that people who needed it could get it, right? But it's not. It's basically saying, this is it, right? This is it. If you're a cannabis user, in fact, I'm going to pause this, so this is a brand new video.